Hi guys, this is Pestilly. Welcome to another Escape for Tarkov video. Today, I'm giving you an update on everything from the last 72 hours of Tarkov 1.0. So to get up to date with all the news and new things that we've discovered and everything in between. So, without further ado, let's crack straight into it. Alright, so starting off with like the general gameplay kind of things. Queue times. A lot of people have been having issues with getting into raids. It's not because the game's dead, it's because the game's too popular and there's too many people queuing up. Couple of things you could do that will help. One, go to the launcher and go to change region. Look at the average matching time of all the servers that you can connect to and connect to like the lowest 5 servers that are like under 150 ping. That would most likely get you the fastest spawns or queue times. Other things you could do that helps, pick maps that aren't as popular. So like, you know, like Reserve's always like a really popular one. Streets is always a popular one. Those maps are always a bit slower to get into. Interchange is always popular as well. So, and you can also choose about doing a nighttime raid instead of a daytime. Same with scav queues. Scavs, Interchange, Reserve, and Streets, you're going to take forever to get into. So I'd highly recommend either picking nighttime or going to different maps. Personally, I like the Scav Factory, but you know, whatever map you like, try a couple of different ones. It will hopefully speed that up for you. Next up, tutorial changes. I'm sure chat over there is going to say something about what's been happening. So originally you were looting everything in the tutorial, and then when you left the tutorial, you kept everything you looted. I believe now there is like locked items that you get when you finish the tutorial. So the items that you extract with, it's completely different to what you extract with or something like that. So it's great for newbies apparently, but yeah, the stuff that you get is now changed. So I think you're guaranteed a LEDX these days now because of how the tutorial change works. Storyline task guide. So I'm going to build a full guide on all the main quest storyline. That will be coming probably in about a week's time. I will probably put a guide together in about 3 days time covering everything that I've already done, but it will be more of a scuffed version. And then I'll do like the official version by the end of next week. So if you're after task guides, I usually use the wiki to learn the basic stuff, but I'll get you a really good in-depth one probably in about a week's time. But I'll give you a scuffed version in about 3 or 4 days time. A change that happened from Twitter. Nikita asked on Twitter about meds going back into containers, and the vast majority of people saying yes, they want meds back into the container. So you're safe to put meds back into the container. You can still put meds in your special slots, being the survival kit or surgical kit and the CMS. Boss spawn rates. I believe Nikita said before 1.0 that they were going to be 70% but not have as good gear. I do believe they have less gear, but it feels almost like 100%. So it could be 70%, but it feels very high for boss spawn rates. We don't know the exact number. I'm sure someone out there has data mined it. Main task changes. So they're called side quests now, but quests that I've noticed that have changed. Gunsmith. You need about 2 more ergo for nearly every gunsmith moving forward. I'm up to gunsmith 9 or 10, and everything up to where I'm up to has had to have changes in some way, shape, or form, but I have been able to make them all work. But they are definitely different to what the wiki says, and they're updating it as we go as well. Grenadier is now 5 kills instead of 8 or 10, whatever it was last wipe as well. Post FX. Sorry, there's mosquito flying around me. BSG did a hotfix about a day ago where they changed the post FX. Saturation and colorfulness is now gone. There was 2 things. One, it was affecting the traders that when you talk to them, Jaeger came across as looking like God. Oh, great, Jaeger! And it also had a memory leak that was tanking people's FPS. So they've disabled it. I spoke to Nikita about it. He said he doesn't like how everyone's games was so colorful anyway, but he said that they are going to have a fix, but it's going to be a little while before they have that fix in place. Also, I have a limited edition Pestilly's Antidote label in celebration of the Tarkov 1.0. It's got Sexy Therapist, Sexy Killer, Sexy Tequila. There's only a few thousand tubs available, so code Pestilly on checkout to get 10% off and to help support me. But yeah, if you're interested in Gamer Subs, it's lime flavored. It's delicious. I drink it every day and highly recommend it. And that's all I've got. Speaking of FPS, over every single map, I honestly feel like my FPS is up. On the first day, there was some issues where my FPS was like 60 on every map, but it had to be some sort of a memory leak. I restarted my computer and it was good from then on. I'm pretty much sitting on 150 FPS or more on every map, including Streets, which yes, I do have a supercomputer, but last wipe, I was struggling to get 100 FPS on some maps. So it's definitely an improvement for me. Some people have been complaining, some people haven't. But I think overall, people being saying that's good. One thing to note when you're looking down your sights, if it's blurry, try turning DLSS off and then turning anti-aliasing TAA. I use TAA. It looked a million times better. It looks a million times better. DLSS looks blurry as all hell. And I know a few people have been talking to me about how it looks a lot better once they do the change as well. It's amazing, the difference. Audio. There is definitely a lot of changes to audio. I feel like I can hear people further away, but it's hard to tell how far away they are. But nothing that's really negative. I can't say like, oh my God, the audio. I haven't gone, where the fuck is the audio at all this wipe so far? And that's a good thing. Normally that's, when they do audio changes, normally I'm complaining nonstop. So that's a good thing. It's not worse, but I can't say it's better yet. Flea changes. Flea unlocks at level 15, but every item has an individual level on which you can use the flea. I'll show an example. So for example, if you want to put this up on the flea, it's level 30. If you want to put a key up on the flea, it's level 25. It's level 25, trust. And then items have like a dedicated level on which you can put them up on the flea market. So that can't be listed. This is level 30. There are levels, items for level 15, 20, 25, and 30. Realistically, you're not really going to buy anything off the flea until level 25. From what I've seen, I couldn't find a single item I wanted to buy before level 25. Inertia feels definitely better. I actually feel like there's less inertia. Some of the changes that went over to Arena I've definitely came across. For example, before 1.0, if you were sprinting, if you wanted to aim down your sight, you had to stop sprinting before you could aim down sight. Now, whilst you're sprinting, you can right click and you immediately aim down your sight. So some of those changes that were part of that inertia changes for Arena have definitely come across to 1.0. And the inertia does feel better in my opinion. Hideout items and found in raid, not found in raid. So the hideout itself, there is items in the hideout that are both found in raid and non-found in raid to upgrade. I don't know what the thought process was or decision making in doing that, but it's definitely there. Let's go with, so like this one has caps, needs to be found in raid, but wires do not. ES lamps do not. Yep, just deal with it. I'd say it's about 50-50 from what I've seen. Like these two are not found in raid, whereas these have to be found in raid. It's the ones that you generally have to get a lot of, from what I can tell at least. You need about 25 corrugated hoses. These are probably the most valuable items you can find when it comes to hideout. I am crafting them non-stop, and I still am struggling to get enough. If you want to get corrugated hoses as a craft, these are the 3 items. Right click them, add to wish list, put a star there, and then when you're looting a backpack or a filing cabinet or whatever, you'll see the star and you'll go, hey, they're used for making corrugated hoses. I use this a lot. When there's items that I know that I need, I star them because it just makes it easier. You can also go here and turn on hideout zone upgrade items. So auto add to wish list. That's helpful. But when there's something that's really needed, you know, like, I don't know, I need relays. So relays is there because I just need so many relays. Just a tip that I would give. And then volumetric lighting. So when you're walking around, lights, there's a setting in the game for volumetric lighting, but it seriously is just ridiculous how bright some of the lights are when you're playing. I don't know if there's a setting. I'm looking to see if there's a setting to turn it off. Yeah, see the volumetric lighting I've got off, but it looks insane now. The lights in the map are so bright. I haven't used many NVGs, but I imagine if you're using an NVG, it's going to be really difficult to see stuff. Now over to the loot, the lever action. Available at level 2 Jaeger. I just posted a YouTube video of me using it in raid. It counts as a bolt action rifle. So you can use it for Shooter Born in Heaven and Tarkov Shooter. So close quarters kills with Tarkov Shooter 3, you know, all your Shooter Born in Heaven kills, headshots. It's amazing. Once you get Jaeger level 3, you can start putting sights on it and you won't use anything else when it comes to getting your Shooter Born in Heaven task done, because I'm smashing through it just because it's a fun gun to use, and the ammo is 80 damage and 42 pen available quite early on, realistically. There is a 545 Mutant and an M16. I have not found them either. I think I have access to the M16. Is it Peacekeeper 2? I haven't actually used, there it is. I haven't actually used it yet. I heard from people it's trash. I don't know, haven't used it. And an MXLR, which I think Reshala has that one. You might see it on Reshala. And the earplugs that were so controversial with the pay to win of Battle Pass of Arena, they're inside the loot pool now for 1.0. Over to maps. There is a new area on labs. It's located between the parking gate button and the red keycard room, that little office near parking gate. There's a side room. You need a black keycard to go in there. I haven't gone in there yet. I know people have been circulating clips saying the loot's good. The interchange, the whole area around the interchange is completely different, including inside and underneath. The basement mostly inside. So around the outside, there is med camps. These med camps are spawning LEDXs, defibrillators, and a lot of good meds. If you're after Saluas, morphine, it's where to go. For the underneath, where the like Blood of War fuel tanker is behind the mall, if you go underneath from there, there's a little compound. It's like secluded underneath in the basement. You got to kind of go through a van or jump over the wall to get in there. Tagilla spawns in there. About 70% spawn chance apparently. He spawns in there. Both times I've gone in there, he's been there. And he's quite difficult to fight at such close quarters. It's a fun little fight though. But it's a really good way to farm gear if you're after 60 round mags or some extra arms off helmets. There is also new extracts on Interchange. I haven't really put a lot of time into that. Out the front of the mall, if you went directly straight, there's a big like compound in the bush area. I don't know what you want to call it, the forest area. And there's the green flare extract there. Underneath the mall in the middle, there is the co-op extract has been moved to there. And there is no backpack extract behind the mall anymore. It's completely different. All right, so new keys. There is a few new keys circulating around. There's a Reshala key. That is located for a room on Customs near Crack House. It's like one of those, kind of like the bad rep evidence shipping container looking thing. That's Reshala's room. Lion, cat, and a horse was what we found in there last time we opened it. And then there's like a few other little keys that have been spotted. I've got one of them actually. I'll see if I can show you here. This key. The Rust Post car key. Not sure exactly what this opens, but service vehicle most likely opens the trunk as well. So, but yeah, there are more keys. I will get all that information out in guides eventually. Shoreline, if you go to where the terminal is on Shoreline. So this is if you were standing on the beach and looking directly towards the resort, hard right along the actual coastline. If you go all the way down the road, that is the terminal. That is where you escape from Tarkov. That area used to have landmines all around it. Now it's got guys with snipers and 50 cals. So if you go too close to that, you will die. So just be careful when you spawn in. Don't walk in that direction. You will just get instantly killed. Quite close to where you can spawn around there. From our understanding, you can't get to terminal yet, but you can if you get to the end of the quest line. We haven't found that yet. And people keep asking me, how's the experience with cheaters? I haven't seen anything sus on my personal experience. I was AFK for a bit and a scav flew across the sky, but there is a known bug where scavs are spawning in but teleporting across the sky. It's also was in my history of Tarkov video. Chat's convinced it was a cheater. I think it was just a scav. It's up to you what you guys want to think of it, but if it was a cheater, I don't know why they wouldn't just come over and kill me while I was there. It's AFK. So that's pretty much everything. I tried to get all our belt fed as fast as possible. Nafa's going to be sitting there going, I have no examples for all of this, and I've got to get it all done. But like and comment for the YouTube algorithm, notification bell, keep up to date for the latest Tarkov content. I'm going to be pumping out these news videos every 3 or 4 days when there's more to teach you and let you guys know more about. And I'll be putting out guides next week. Hardcore series I'm filming live on Twitch in about under 24 hours time. I'll be starting in about 22 hours time. And there's drops every day on Twitch if you want to get stuff from there. The paid drops, we don't know when that's happening. And I think that's everything. I'm having a lot of fun. The server issues and all the login issues at the very beginning was really rough, but the actual game itself is actually pretty decent. Like, I knew it wasn't going to be bug free, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I haven't gone, oh my God, look at all these bugs. There's still an issue every here and there, but it's overall, I'm having a good time. I'm having a much better time than I thought I was, and that's good. So yeah, lastly, guys, I'll see you next time.